My friend Kathy Perez is joining us today from Encore at Harris County Precinct 4. Thank you for joining us today to talk about your work. But first, before we get into what your daily duties are and things like that, let's talk about what you wanted to be when you were a kid.
Oh my God. Pretty much anything. I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a dance instructor. I wanted to be Leslie Knope from Parks and Recreation. I wanted to be pretty much everything. I think most recently when I went into college, I wanted to be an attorney. So that's what I spent most of my effort on. And that's kind of what I went into college with the intention of, and then that's not really what came out of it. But I'm very happy where I am. So I'm pretty happy with the path.
Very good. So you went in with a focus on law, and then did you change majors, or how did that work?
No, I graduated with a political science degree and a minor in English. So I had the intent of doing it, but pretty much when I graduated is when I decided I didn't want to be an attorney. I interned at a couple of law firms, and I loved the idea of helping people who needed assistance, giving back to people, but it was the tedious work that it took to become an attorney. That's kind of what drove me out of it. So
tell me what other careers and jobs you had along the way before you found yourself here at Precinct 4.
I have worked as a tutor for Aldine ISD after I graduated. I interned at the Social Security Administration, just kind of getting my hands in with the public. What else did I do? Before I got this job with Precinct 4, I worked at a call center. So I've had my hands in customer service pretty much since I started. And then when I found out about a job in Precinct 4 working at a community center, that was like, oh yeah, this is kind of what I want to do. So that's where I got my feet wet, and then that's how I ended up here.
Awesome. And each one of those jobs was a stepping stone, getting you prepared for where you are now.
Yeah, definitely.
So tell me about your daily duties in your position there in Encore.
So I am the special events planner with Precinct 4 Encore. What I do is put together all of the big events that we do. That includes putting together catering, entertainment, concessions. We do decorations. We're in charge of our own budget. And everything that we do is geared towards adults 50 and over. So we are getting them out of the house. We're getting them social, active. We're giving them opportunities to volunteer at these events also. So I'm pretty much in charge of the planning from the very beginning to the very end.
The Precinct 4 party planner.
Yeah,
you might have the most fun job, not just at Precinct 4, but perhaps ever anywhere.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's a lot of hard work.
It is. And certainly more hard work than one person can handle on their own.
Definitely.
So tell me about the team and the other positions that are available in the Encore department.
I definitely rely on my coworkers. We have staff that's strictly in charge of the volunteers, and I rely on her to put together all of that for these events. I have staff who help me book entertainment and the food. One of my biggest weaknesses that I was very upfront about is decorating. I do not have the eye for it, so I get feedback from everybody to put that together as well. So it's definitely a big team effort. And even on the day of the event, I rely on everybody to work their sections, to be in charge of what tasks that I give them. And they do such a great job of putting that together and making sure everything runs smoothly. So yeah, this is definitely
all the different parts working together as one body to see things come to fruition. Love it.
Yeah.
So tell me about what you see is the most rewarding part of your job.
It's definitely the participants. One thing to keep in mind about Precinct 4 and the things that we do with Encore is that everything we do is at little to no cost to our participants. So we don't ask them to pay outrageous fees. We don't ask them to commit to anything, even if they can't pay for the small fees that we ask. We still don't deny anybody.
Love it.
So we have people from all walks of life in Precinct 4 who come to our events, and many of them are widows, many of them are not social. And this is their opportunity to get out and do something. And then in turn, they go back to their communities and they volunteer, or they get social groups together and they get involved in their churches, neighborhoods, whatever. And it's just this really nice cycle to be a part of. And that's the most rewarding.
So you really do get to see lives change, lives turned around, where they're just not active, not really doing anything, kind of shut in, and then completely turned around and active and loving life again.
Yeah, definitely. One of the nice events, for example, that we do is a Mother's Day tribute every year.
Yes.
For all mothers in Precinct 4, where we have them come out and we have live entertainment, we have catered food, we have flowers that we give out to everybody. We have a big chocolate fountain with all these desserts and fruits that they can dip into it and make a big mess of. But they love the day. They love to be treated like royalty, which is exactly what we want to do. And that makes a big difference with us, which makes us work really hard to make that event such a special event. We want to go above and beyond to make them feel that way. So, because a lot of times they don't have that opportunity, you know.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
Kathy Perez with the most fun job at Harris County Precinct 4 in the Encore Department. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.